Okay, so for today's class, what we want to do is we want to continue on with the dimensioning exercise. Now, yesterday we mentioned about colouring in the various different views, and again, as I said, I left that one there for your own devices. Use your own creativity and imagination and apply colour to this. And then we have this shaped block, the truck, the fireplace and the camera. Now what we want to do is we want to have a look at the camera there this morning and look at how we're going to go about dimensioning this. Now I've put these lines in a coloured marker pen, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep it in pencil. But just when you are putting in these lines, they are not light lines. They need to be a little bit heavier. They need to be a little bit heavier so that they stand out. So the first thing that we need to do here when we're dimensioning the camera is off all the principal corners. Everywhere we have a corner on the camera, we need to bring off what we call the leader lines. So, as I said yesterday, the leader lines get very close to the object, but they do not touch it. So, from all principal corners on the camera, bring off your leader lines as shown here in the video. So when you have all the leader lines drawn, we now want to put in the line that's actually going to mark the dimension. So just up here out of the way, draw a horizontal line that cuts across all the leader lines as shown. Draw another line down here at the base of the camera and a vertical line here along the side. Now once you have the dimension line in place, again this is a medium type line that you're going to put in pencil. Very, very neatly and accurately at the end, you need to draw very, very small arrowheads that go right onto the leader line. And likewise again at this side, you can see that done over here as well. Now, you have some distances here that are very, very close together. You are not going to fit in arrowheads into that area there. So just leave that blank, but put in the arrowheads there in the rest of the locations across the top of the camera. So that then is putting in the dimension lines, the lines that will actually mark what the length is. Finally, to complete this, we then have to put in the guidelines that we're going to write the measurements into. So above this dimension line, to come up there, it doesn't matter what distance that is. And then we want to put in a 3mm guideline here so that the distance between those lines there is 3mm. Again, likewise, we do the same at the top, 3mm guidelines, and we draw 3mm guidelines going vertical there like so. Then very, very neatly, right, after measuring these areas here, we write in what the measurement is. 9, 11, 6, 5, 32, 5 and 26 printed in very, very neatly onto your drawing. Down here you have 52 wrote vertically like so, and then at the bottom here 94. So once you have that done, that is the camera dimensioned. So again, just a quick recap on it. Draw your leader lines down from the camera corners. First of all, again, they get close, but they do not touch the drawing. Then put in the line that is going to be the dimension and put the arrowheads at the end of each of the dimension lines. Measure up your distance to your guidelines for printing in the number, and then neatly write the number. And as I said, the number that relates to the specific dimension must be wrote in the middle of the run. So the 94 there is in the middle of this line here. The 52 is in the middle of that line there. When you write in the dimension, it must be in the middle of the dimension line. So that there completes the dimensioning of the camera. Now, when you have completed this, I want you to move on to the fireplace yourself and dimension the fireplace as we have done below with the camera. So that's up to you. Have a go at that. Do a nice neat job dimensioning the fireplace. So once you have the camera dimensioned and the fireplace dimensioned and all shading completed on the drawing, that completes this sheet. So when you have the sheet completed, take a photograph of it, upload it onto Teams and submit it into me. That then completes that drawing.